Hey guys, welcome back to the day after the night before. As always, I'm here with Charlie,
Hello.
and today we're going over that excruciatingly painful England defeat to Italy last night. So, Charlie, your thoughts?
I thought the fact that we got there, we have to say,
Yeah,
like, this shouldn't be something that, you know, yes, we got to be sad about the fact that we lost, and this was like the best opportunity, obviously, to win it because we're actually in the final. But we made the final, and this means that, the last few tournaments, we've progressed really well in them, including the Nations League as well. But we had the second youngest squad out of every team there, and we got all the way to the final. I think first half we looked good. We looked like we were trying to be on the front foot. Like Carl Walker was flying forward, like for the goal, for example. 2 minutes in, but Carl Walker was stood past the dead ball line and everything. And I thought we looked really good. And then I think in the second half it just kind of hit us that we were winning. And then there was just
yeah.
that nervousness came into the game. And then from that point, especially when they scored, like you could kind of see it coming. The way the game was going, they had a lot of the ball. We were looking more and more nervous when we had the ball. We didn't have enough sort of just like cool, calm possession. Um,
But it's like I was watching it, and we luckily got the first goal in the first 2 minutes. I thought great, and Italy looked a bit shaken by it initially. I thought, okay, if we can
we need to get
capitalise,
another one now. Yeah, that's
and
what it felt
then
like.
the Southgate football kind of came in, which fair play to him. He got us this point of the competition, so I'm not going to slag him off. He knew what he had his going. He's got us where he wanted to go. We played his game. It worked for him to get to this position. But when it got to you saw the Southgate situation of okay, let's get a set piece, get a goal from a set piece, and we stuck with that for the next 120 odd minutes, 118 minutes. We sat there doing that.
I mean,
And it didn't
the
come to
goal was
fruition.
the goal was from open play.
Yeah, but I'm saying from that point onwards, the
But yeah,
Southgate style was you keep them on. Let's be keeping on Harry Kane to try and get a set piece goal.
yeah.
Kane wasn't firing. You look at the team. I think Luke Shaw again. Amazing for Luke Shaw. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Like he's a man of the competition after that. Like genuinely, insanely well for us. But look through the whole team. Look at like a boxing match. You just get scored for every single round. If that match had finished and it was boxing scoring it for the play and having play for the whole matches, Italy would have won on points. If you look at it as like a performance-based thing.
Yeah, because in the second half and in extra time, they had the initiative to try and get forward and stuff, whereas we did look like we were quite penned back. I think from the moment that Rice went off, I feel like we
Yeah.
lost all sort of control in the midfield. Like we just had nothing.
Henderson was being sloppy. I thought, yeah, okay, Henderson
literally
steady the ship, come on, and he was being very sloppy, and I was shocked.
Yeah, he chased shadows for 45 minutes or whatever it was that he was on the pitch for. He didn't seem. He wasn't as up to speed with the game as Phillips and Rice were because they were on it. And Rice, I think I saw a stat saying that he completed the most tackles out of anyone and also the most dribbles because he was picking the ball up and driving forward and actually trying to get us forward at times, which was good. I just feel like the playing a back five did mean that Sterling and Kane were a bit isolated. I think Mount after the end of the first half, I thought we played well, but I think the worst performer in the first half, and everyone played all right in the first half, but I'd say the worst performing player was Mount. But then, come the end of the second half, I think you've got to look.
You say Mount, but Kane has some good balls, but Kane wasn't doing anything. He was just there. He was kind of on. He was a passenger. I felt.
Are you joking?
I felt Kane.
I thought Kane played so well at the ball being played into his feet and him turning and making little moves and stuff. Like we were watching it and we were saying like, what? It was like messy at times with the footwork. Like he was turning people, he was running past people, he was playing the ball off. There was within the first 10 minutes, he turned someone, then spread it out to the right hand side to Trippier, and then Walker was coming with the overlap as well. And I thought Kane played really well in that first half when we actually had the ball.
At least when he had the ball, he was releasing it, and that's frustrated me all the way to the end with Sterling making runs. And I was like, and pass the ball, and pass the ball. And all he seems to do is go into the box and just try and draw the penalty. Yeah. He's not even like trying to shoot someone. He's just going there trying to draw out a penalty. And the one time he could have drawn it out, it doesn't get given to him, which when Bonucci and Chiellini had each of his arms who's going to the ground, like, okay, it's a bit, yeah. But Sterling needs to like not just go. It's the selfishness in him. He can pass it. There's options. Mason Mount was there sometimes. Other people in the box they pass to, and he just tries to runs himself into a corridor, nowhere to go, loses the ball, or ends up turning, just pegging it straight back to Maguire, who had a bit of a questionable game at some points. Like I was watching him, like, early on a bit shaky, more solid towards the end. But
yeah, I mean, looking at the tournament as a whole, you've got to be happy that we got to where we did. I think
Yeah.
my biggest thing is this morning, I'm not even disappointed about the football. I'm more disappointed about the actions of like people that were either there, like some of the people that were there, and I know it's a minority, and then also like the online stuff. Like you just knew after Rashford, Saka, and Sancho missed their penalties, you just knew that it was coming, and that's so depressing to know that like that was going to be the thing that was going to be the takeaway for this morning. Like
there's calls over social media to have England. It was over. I think some people were saying they want England removed from the World Cup next year due to the fans' actions as punishment, and that's quite high. People on Twitter were putting out. It wasn't just like fan burble. Like, well, that's not. It's not fair on the players because ultimately, if it was racial from the players, there's but it's not. It's the fans, and it's unfortunate that England fans feel the need to express their grief to it in that way. And like you look at it in general, it's like the whole match, the racism attacks afterwards, people getting chucked into rivers and stuff last night. It was mental what was happening in London. It's just not fair, and it reflects badly on the team. Yeah, you had a loss, but just because that colour of person's skin should not necessarily, well, it shouldn't at all. It shouldn't mean shit, because yes, the player on the ball and the man walking down the Hudson in England top are completely fucking different people. You shouldn't even attack the players on the pitch, let alone some random bystander who's just watching the match. It's fucked. Going on, just thinking in general, back to the Italy team, when they're on the ball, I was terrified at some points. When Chiesa was on that ball, and I was like, the heart was in my mouth sometimes. He was playing through his fucking skin. He was playing insanely well. The whole competition, he's been playing amazingly well.
I kind of feel like if Chiesa had stayed on and not gone off injured, and then he'd stayed on and into extra time, I reckon Italy would have scored an extra time and it wouldn't have gone to penalties.
Definitely, he was playing so well. Bonucci, Chiellini at the back. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. I know Chiellini's getting on now. He may be their World Cup next year. I'm not sure if he's planning on retiring for international football because of his age. But that's one thing, the promise in the England team against the Italy team. England team is one of the youngest, so they're only going to be around for the next couple. They'll be there for a couple of years to mature into a squad.
I mean, we've got another 10 years of these players.
But think how well Bonucci and Chiellini played at the back, and how Chiellini was the only guy there who played. I think it was like 17 years ago for the under-21s for Italy or something, and he's still playing now. All the squad's completely different. He's still there playing, and it just thinks he's not going to be there in 5 years' time. He plays bloody well for them. Like that centre back, that centre lineup for Italy is going to get weaker, and it's the Italy squad. I think their time to win it was now. Donnarumma in goal. Amazing. Like,
I mean, he's still got.
They're trying to buy him, but he's fucking amazing. Like the size of him, he's huge.
He's still got another 10 plus years on him easily, like 15 maybe, until he's like 37 if he copies Buffon in that way.
People like Barella as well, people like that. Like the youth side, the youth in the Italy squad is good, but the major key players, that back line, I can see them aging, and then they're trying to replace that is what's coming through in the Italy squad. I think that's where their weakness will start growing for. Like a Belgium, you've got really strong upper front field, a good keeper, but in the back line, you're these two strong strong centre backs, and they're just going to age and have to like try and replenish it.